But you're ambling. You look healthy. You speak. What can't you do?
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
There's an indigent form here because you just don't get free lawyers when you get in trouble. You got to pay for your lawyers, or the taxpayers. If you're unable to, you're indigent. Taxpayers have to pay, which they don't find that amusing when they work and they feel like people have to, just like them, when they get in trouble, they got to take care of their trouble. You're showing zero income. You have zero income. You don't. Well, I mean, where did you get your clothes? Goodwill. Goodwill? Where do you live? Do you pay anything at all? Well, see, I had family members who had strokes and they were employed. I mean, how did you get here today? Okay, but you're ambling about. You can walk. You're interacting with me. You seem intelligent. Why aren't you getting a job? You just don't blame it on. Everybody's got problems. You know, everybody's got a physical problem. You're not being, you're not being punished in any way. You know, we got good days and bad days, but all of us are imperfect. Why aren't you working somewhere? Because look at you. You look like you're healthy and you're smart.
Actually, I'm fixing to get my disability. I just got on Medicaid. So it's pretty bad off.
What do you mean you're bad off? You're ambling about and you're speaking coherently. What's your problem?
The car wreck I got into.
Okay. Who hadn't been in a car wreck, you know?
Hospitalized like 3 times.
Sir? I know, but you're not on deathbed right now. Everybody's got problems, and sometimes people die or almost die, but they rebound. That's the way nature makes us. We're elastic almost. We can rebound. I don't understand. What are you doing about getting a job? Are you doing anything, or are you just going to take a free ride off the government money? Because I'm talking about, I have people who are paraplegics, and I can understand that. But you're ambling. You look healthy. You speak. What can't you do?
Can't be on my feet in 45 minutes.
I know there are jobs where you can sit. Look at me. I'm sitting now.
I'm literally waiting on my disability.
Is that you elected to become dependent? That's a choice.
Get back on the tugboat. I can't work on tugboat.
Why can't you work? I don't understand.
Because that's what I've done all my life. On tugboat.
Well, you're gonna have to try something different that's you're able to do. But you want to be independent, don't you? Everybody, you have that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I think you can be. So you had a setback. We all do. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and do the best you can with what you have to work with. But I don't understand why you're just saying, I gave up. I'm not going to work. Everybody else is going to pay my way. I don't look at it like that. Okay, good. But I need you to convince me that we're not going to pay your way through this. And have you ever been in criminal trouble before?
Yes, sir. When I was 19. 40.
Well, okay, what happened at 19?
I got a head-on collision. And 5 years before.
Oh, it was manslaughter? Person died? So you're not eligible for probation in front of a jury, is what you're saying. Is that right, Langston?
Yes, sir.
He's not eligible, but
Yes, sir.
But this is, he's eligible for deferred.
Would you?
Well, yes, yeah. Juries don't give those.
But you can tell the judge yourself because
No, y'all talk about it, but on the and hey, if he needs a trial on it, if he's contesting it, that's his right. We defend that. What's the loss on this? Is there a loss?
Yes, sir.
So what is this, Your Honor?
Well, I'm sorry. This is Mr. Rutz.
Right.
Dagan.
That's a Mr. Paul.
Again, I'm sure.
Dagan, what you need to do is I expect you to go out and try.
There was, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. There was none. The ATV was recovered on it.
Okay, there's no restitution on this one. This is one that's fixable, I think, but it's y'all's deal. If you're not guilty, you're not guilty. That's the way it is. And there are options that are available, but hear this zero across the board. Get out there and try. I expect you to try. I think you're capable of, independence and also making a better life, not only for yourself, but for others too. We'll do it. All right. I'm going to give y'all 30 days, 4 weeks. Okay. On this Langston, 44 weeks. Okay.
That's fine. And I think I should
Come in and tell me where you are on this. Man, hey, Megan, I want to get someone make a note here. I want some proof of what you're doing to find employment.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with your circumstances.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and Judge, on Miss Murphy, I did go and talk to Miss Starr. If you don't mind, can you please give me 4 weeks?
You got it.
And I can make it happen.
Facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On September 11th, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, an officer met with the complainant who advised that in the morning he received multiple phone calls from an unknown number beginning at 4:30 a.m., lasting through 4:50 a.m., in which the defendant called a total of 5 times. The complainant stated he did not answer the phone from previous knowledge that it was the defendant calling him to confront him. The complainant stated he left to work, and when he returned at approximately 4 p.m., he noticed multiple phone calls from an app-generated phone number that called him a total of 18 times. The complainant stated that on the 18th call, he answered the phone and let the defendant talk. The complainant was able to get a second cell phone and record the defendant stating, "I know where you stay at. You don't know where I am." The complainant stated he had sent a text message to the phone number that the defendant kept calling from, and said that he did not wish to have any contact with him and to leave the complainant alone and stop calling. The complainant stated that during the conversation over the phone with the defendant, before he was able to record the phone call, the defendant stated he was going to shoot the complainant in the legs so he could not work as an electrician. The complainant stated that the defendant is the complainant's current girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. The defendant is the complainant's current girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. The complainant told the officer that he believes the defendant is capable of carrying out his threat and the complainant is in fear for his life.
Got it. All right, Mr. Barrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you violate any of these conditions, if you are a danger to my community, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
And Judge, given my conversation with the complainant that I had yesterday, the state would request a GPS monitor because he has continually gone to the residence since this incident and has made threatening comments towards the mother-in-law as well. And recently, as of a couple of days ago, I guess he left his wheelchair outside the home in order to make some sort of threat that he's been going near the residence.
So the threats are still continuing?
Yes.
Sir, I'm now putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not going over there. You're not to go within 1,000 feet of where they live or where they work. Do you understand? Hold on. I don't want you to say anything. I will give you a lawyer today. You can talk to the lawyer, but understand my only concern is community safety. That's all I care about in this life. We take things step by step. Let me do this. I'm going to give you a lawyer. I'll let you talk to the lawyer. I got a bunch of DAs here. Whatever you say, they're going to use it against you. Let me give you a lawyer. We'll go from there. But don't go where they live. Don't go where they work. Don't accidentally bump into them. Do you understand? So for now, I am going to put a GPS monitor so we know where you are. You're not to go anywhere where they live or work. Okay. Felicia, it'll be with you because you're monitoring. And waive the fee.
And now he gets a lawyer.
Your Honor, I've been appointed on Mr. Barrera.
Okay.
Barrera. Your Honor, it was brought to my attention that he's being required to have a monitor, home monitoring. And we would ask, Your Honor, that condition be relieved, if the court would consider that.
The deal is, the reason that they said this was, and normally I don't put something on the first setting unless we have some kind of evidence showing that it's a continued harassment type situation. And we have that here. They're saying that, because I think she spoke to
The complainant, Your Honor.
the complainant, and the complainant is saying that he's continuing to harass. continuing to threat, leaving his, I mean, so will you let him know exactly?
Yes, counsel. So he's continuing to harass the complainant as well as he left his wheelchair at the complainant's residence by his mom, by the girlfriend's mom's car. We don't know why, but he was continuing to go to the residence of the complainant.
Continuing to call, text message, come up, sir. The deal is this, is that life is way too short. Life is way too short to make a decision where you make it, or you've dug yourself a hole so deep that you'll never get out of. There are plenty of other fish in the sea, and it's time at times to just move on. Cut your losses, move on, because life's just way too short, you know? There are other people out there, and as long as I know that we don't have any more issues in the future, I'm willing to take it off. But at this point, I got to know that it's going to stop, right? I'm not going to take your word for it that it's just going to stop. I need more than that. So that's why I put this monitor on you. After some time, if I know that I can trust you, then perhaps we can amend the conditions to take it off. But at this point, all I have is that you've picked up a criminal case. They're alleging that it's continuing to happen, and I want it to stop. Not I want it. It's going to stop one way or the other. I told you, life is too short. Move on. That's all that needs to happen. Do you understand?
But you know that got shot.
Okay. So you've got a lawyer, right? My only concern is that you don't have any contact with these people and you don't go where they work. The past, I get it, it's the past. I get that you guys have bad blood. All I want to do is I want to prevent further bloodshed. I don't want any more bad blood. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for something unreasonable. But what we can do after some time, I'll have them reach out. And if there are no issues, I can take it off. Do you understand? All right. I'm not asking for much. Just move on. You know, it's just like I said, people here in life, in the jail, are there because they have no self-control. They just wig out. They do stuff without thinking. And then they make some kind of decision where they're looking at 40 to 50 years. Don't. It's not worth it. You know? Okay. All right. So after some time, come back. Good.
Thank you all so very much for watching to the end. Please subscribe and drop a like if indeed you did enjoy. I hope so. Until the next time, I'm off to feed those cats. And if you want to see another cool episode of mine without all the mandatory stuff, then click on the episode on screen now.